This is an image of Pluto, a frozen dwarf planet that orbiting around the outer edge of the solar system, taken by NASA's New Horizons spacecraft. You've probably noticed that there is a heart-shaped bright area. This is the famous Pluto's heart, or more formally, Sputnik Prominent, a basin that filled by nitrogen ice with a size that roughly equal to Sichuan province. But what you probably don't know is that Pluto's heart is precisely located on Pluto's equator, and it is always on the side of Pluto that faces away from Charon, Pluto's biggest moon. To answer why this will happen, we need to look at three different aspects. The rotational inertia answers why Pluto's heart is on the Pluto's equator. Tidal locking explains why Pluto's heart is always facing away from Charon. And gravitational anomaly, the forces that drive the Pluto's heart to its current location. When an object is rotating, its mass will tend to gather on the farthest point from its rotational axis. This is because a rotating object is more stable when it has the greater rotational inertia, and the rotational inertia, I, is proportional to the square of the distance of mass from the axis of rotation. That's the reason why spinning a pencil horizontally is more stable than spinning a pencil vertically. The same thing happens on Pluto. Sputnik Prominent is a pretty massive area, which we will talk about why later. So wherever it's formed, Pluto's spinning will move the Prominent away from its rotational axis, which gradually pushes the Prominent to Pluto's equator. So what about Pluto's moon? Why Sputnik Prominent is always facing away from Charon? Well, that's because of the tidal locking. When two objects spin around their common center of mass, the gradient of gravitational field will produce a phenomenon called tidal forces. As a result, their mass will tend to move closer to the tidal axis, the line that connects the two objects and their common center of mass. In the Earth-Moon system, the tidal axis can be drawn through the Earth and the Moon, and the mass on the Earth, which is the body of water, always gathers on this line, created the tides. On the Pluto-Charon system, there is no movable liquid water on their surface, so the tidal force locked the two celestial bodies in billions of years of circling, forcing the mass, in this case Sputnik Prominent, to move to the alignment between Pluto and Charon. As for why it is on the backside instead of the front side, well, there's maybe just a 50-50 chance. Now we know why Pluto's heart is at this location, but why it is particularly massive than the surrounding materials? Scientists now believe that Sputnik Prominent is formed from an impact event, and there is a liquid nitrogen subsurface ocean beneath it, which caused the positive gravitational anomaly we saw today. In tens of billions of years of motion, all these events makes Pluto and Charon only show each other with one side, and Pluto's heart may never been seen by Charon. Poetically speaking, Pluto is always hiding its heart from Charon in these internal worlds.